I lost Gwen. She was my MJ.
This is my favorite Spider-Man scene, and it's also the saddest. Peter Parker has just watched the girl he loves fall from a clock tower. He fired a web to catch her, and he was a fraction of a second too late. And here's the crazy part. The movie this scene comes from was considered a failure. The entire series was canceled, and the actor was replaced. So buckle up, because we're about to journey through his entire story. Los Angeles, 1983. Andrew Garfield is born, and before he turns 4, his family moves to England, to a quiet town called Epsom in Surrey. His father built a business there, and when Andrew was around 12, he watched that business fall apart. Bankruptcy. He also watched what his father did next. He started over. Andrew himself was having a rough time. He was small and skinny. He trained in gymnastics until the kids at school made his life miserable for it. So he did what a lot of kids like him did. He escaped into comic books. His favorite? A story about a skinny kid from a normal family who becomes a hero.
So I was in a bit of a lost place.
A friend talked him into trying acting, and for the first time, something felt right. He got into a drama school in London. There was just one problem. He failed his singing classes. Keep that in mind.
And I tried art, I tried painting, sculpture, you name it, music.
For years, he worked small jobs in British television and theater. Then, in 2007, came Boy A, a small film about a young man out of prison trying to start a new life. It won Garfield the BAFTA for Best Actor at 24. In Britain, he was now a name. In America, nobody knew who he was. That was about to change. In 2010, Andrew Garfield appeared in 2 films in the same year. One was Never Let Me Go. The other was a small movie about Facebook.
Truth is, she has a nice face. I need to do something to take my mind off her.
The Social Network became one of the most important films of its decade, and the character everyone left the theater talking about was Eduardo Saverin, played by Garfield. Director David Fincher was famous for making actors repeat scenes 40 times or more. Garfield took the loudest line in the film and turned it into a quiet threat.
Because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything.
Hollywood took notice. Awards, magazine covers, and then one phone call that changed everything. Sony was bringing back the biggest character they owned.
Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
July 2011, Comic-Con. Before the panel starts, a man in a cheap Spider-Man costume, a costume he bought himself, walks up to the fan microphone. Then he pulls off the mask. It's him.
So thanks for having me.
The Amazing Spider-Man opened in 2012 and made $757 million. Movie star by day, stage actor by night. It doesn't get better than that. And then, in the space of about 12 months, it all came crashing down. The second movie made $709 million and was treated like a complete failure. Why? Because Sony didn't want a movie. Spin-offs, side characters, a villain team-up, all crammed into one film. Then came The Hack. In late 2014, Sony's private emails went public, and the whole world watched the chaos in real time.
Electronic hacking attack continues against Sony Pictures.
A series of racist emails between a Sony Pictures executive and one of Sony's top film producers.
Sony and Marvel made a deal, and Garfield learned from the news, like everybody else, that somebody new would be wearing the mask. Oh, and that same November, Mike Nichols, the director who believed in him most, passed away.
He's with me as an ancestor now, and even now I don't want to cry. But he's here. He's remarkable. He's here.
Dream role, gone. His friend and teacher, gone. Soon after, the relationship ended too. At 31, Andrew Garfield had been to the top of the world and back down. So, what do you do when Hollywood throws you away? If you're Andrew Garfield, you go work with the greatest living director instead. Martin Scorsese had been trying to make Silence for almost 30 years. And for the lead role, he picked the actor everyone else had written off. Garfield spent close to a year preparing, studying with a real priest, going on a silent retreat, losing a dangerous amount of weight. And 2016 wasn't finished with him. In Hacksaw Ridge, he played Desmond Doss, a real soldier who refused to touch a weapon and who dragged 75 wounded men to safety, one by one. The performance earned Garfield his first Oscar nomination. 2 years after being replaced, he was sitting at the Academy Awards. In 2019, his mother, Lynn, died of cancer, and Andrew was in the middle of preparing a film about a man who runs out of time. Tick, Tick, Boom tells the story of Jonathan Larson, a composer who worked his whole short life on music the world would only fall in love with after he was gone. He died at 35, the night before his big show opened. Garfield spent over a year in singing lessons, and at an early reading, he sang so well that Miranda, in disbelief, threw a shoe at him. The film brought him a Golden Globe and a second Oscar nomination. But ask anyone what they remember from that time, and they'll point to a talk show. Stephen Colbert asked him about his mother, and Garfield, with tears on his face, said he loved talking about her. That the sadness never really goes away, because grief is all the love you never got to give. Millions of people have watched that clip. Many of them found it at the worst moment of their own lives. And now, here's the part almost nobody knew at the time. While he was saying all of that on live television, he was hiding something. For an entire year, in interview after interview, Andrew Garfield looked people in the eye and said he was not in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Way Home, congratulations.
Wait, what?
Yes, congratulations. You're gonna be in it, yeah. That's exciting, right?
I had no idea.
On opening night, a portal opened, and the movie gave him one scene that meant more than all the rest. In his own films, his Peter Parker had failed to catch the girl he loved a fraction of a second too late. In this one, a girl falls the exact same way, and he catches her. Now, before we wrap up, let's be fair about the question, because who is the best Spider-Man sounds like a silly argument, but let's get something out of the way first. Tobey Maguire's movies made Spider-Man absolutely massive, and for everyone who grew up with them, he simply is Spider-Man. Tom Holland got to join the biggest movie franchise in history, and he's been great in it. Nothing in this video is meant to insult either of them. You see, out of the three, one of them never really got a fair shot. Everything around him fell apart.